Hello, everyone. Welcome back to this week's AMA sessions. For those who were here at our last AMA, you might remember me. But for our new viewers, my name is Chris, and I would like to be your host today. Firstly, I would like to thank everyone for being here to join us for our AMA. Today, we have a new speaker, Harry Dinh. Harry is our Chief Technology Officer and leads the tech and development team, which being in charge of the technological construct and growth of Metacity. Today's MA will consider three separate parts. The first one will be the greeting from our speaker. The second part will be the question we have prepared for our speaker. And the third part will consist of the Q&A sections from you guys to our speaker. Please note that with all of our AMAs, we have 200 USDT prize pool for the 5 most interesting and relevant questions asked in the correct format. So please prepare a question and stay updated to see if you're the winners. Anyway, let's start off this AMA by introducing our CTO, Harry. Hey, Harry.
Hi, Chris.
How are
How are
you
you?
today?
Yes, I'm good.
Okay, so Harry will answer any question the community has in regards to tech and development of Metacity. Before we start, Harry, would you like to introduce a little bit about yourself?
Thanks, Chris. Hey, guy. Thank you for that welcoming introduction. My name is Harry Dinh, and I'm a Chief Technology Officer. I'm in charge of the technology process in Metacity, and I lead the development team as well. I have more than 10 years of experience in software development and computing, and also experience in security, AI, and big data. I pioneered the data platform that power how 3D infrastructures, a 3D VR home design, and e-commerce platform. Metacity core technology are quite interesting. We are giving people an opportunity they could only imagine in the sci-fi world.
Thank you for your introductions. Before you continue to the second part, I would like to remind all of our beloved communities that our token slot mini games and its raindrop mini events are still running. So join us and grab the extractive rewards. And now, come back to the Q&A section. For the first question we have here is, who are you? Can you give us some background information about yourself? What are some of your achievements in this field, and how did you get into blockchain?
Well, firstly, as I mentioned, I have over 10 years experience in software developing. I have also have extensive experience of security, AI, and big data. I pioneered the data framework that powerhouse 3D infrastructures. My focus area including making software as easy as it should be. I got into blockchain after finding out what blockchain and its capacity beyond the current traditional system. It was small topic back in the day, and we now see it grow to what it have become.
Oh, thank you for your answer. This is perfect. And indeed, over the past few years, we've seen that blockchain network has done blockchain network has done, and its limitations are still quite found out. And let's move to the second question. Can you tell us about Metacity's core technology? Will there be any technology trends that likely have the biggest impact on Metacity?
So at Metacity, we put people before technology. We all are always asking ourselves what we can do for the people that has never experienced before. Our core technology tend to serve the community what they never had in any digital product before. For example, have you ever gone to the pagoda to find space in your shows in any game before? Or did you ever build an awesome 3D concept but you cannot put it in your favorite game? In Metacity, not just one, but every game in our ecosystem we are building can exchange those resources. Using Cityverse SDK, you can make it, do it, co-creation with other people, and of course, make a benefit out of it.
Yeah, I see that. That's quite interesting to me. Thank you. Let's move on to the third question. Is about how investment in these technologies will benefit Metacity as well as our community.
So you could see every single metaverse game just focus on play to earn. They forget about content creator. What if someone want to make the content for game, not just for streaming or modding games? They want to contribute their talent about making gameplays or 3D, 2D assets. Or what if someone just want to contribute their PC power of computing to earn just like mining BTC or ETH. At Metacity, we understand not everyone in the community is interested in playing game. They could make our game better by contributing other resources.
Okay. I believe it's really is important to make sure that Metacity allows for their users to create and integrate their own personal creations into simulations. Really. So thanks for your answer. Now let's move on to the fourth question. What advice would you like to give the developers who want to enter the blockchain space? Do you have a quick message for the community?
Every developer must be careful to build their career. In blockchain, you must be very, very careful and
Right.
alert at all the time because there are a lot of people out there who can monitor your project. Because everything in the blockchains, you fail people one time, maybe they knows all the chains for you and your team. So
Right.
please be very, very careful.
Right, perfect. A lot of interesting points you've mentioned, especially those that involved allowing you to integrate your own creations into Metacity. That the things I want to highlight. So that concludes our question to the speaker sections. For the next sections, our community will have the chance to ask questions relating to Metacity, but preferably in the field of technology and development. During the previous sections, I've noticed that a handful of comments and questions. I will now pick some of question I believe is the most suitable for this AMA and Harry. Let's see what question seems to be most relevant to in today's topic of the development and technology. Okay. So for our first question here, it's rather than simple but important actually. The first question we received is, um, what are some security issues you've been you've seen in startup code base in the past?
Oh. about the security, most of the
Mhm.
issue in Codebase in the past I
Yeah.
have
Yeah.
seen
Yes.
are
Yes.
about the permission. You don't have permission to do something, but there are some bugs that let you do that. Frankly,
Mm,
almost all those issues can be solved or hidden from hacker by not only modify source codes,
mm,
but doing the DevOps in the right way. You can isolate sensitive server, set security validation for those servers to force developer to implement security, no matter that what they want or not, because there may be maybe there is freshers or junior developer in your team and they
mm,
forgot or they just bypass us security implement. So
mhm.
I think it can be solved almost by the DevOps
Okay, I
in the right way.
see. That interesting. Okay, let's pick the second questions. Um, oh, here. Why did Metacity choose to use the Solana blockchain platform?
Oh,
Solana platform.
Solana in
Yes,
general is just
yes.
better.
So,
Yeah.
um, I will repeat the question for you. Why did Metacity choose to use the Solana blockchain platform, Solana in general?
Oh yes, Solana in general is a better in sense that is more suitable for our field. Not only does it have a low fee, but
Mm,
also faster transactions with many validation validator is
mm,
about 3,000 times faster and 1 or 2 million times cheaper than ETH blockchains. We want to make beyond real life experience. Those activity may be translated into the blockchain real time. For example, if you want to mine 1,000 NFT at a time, it can be
mm.
paid in other chain but not Solana. Another reason that Solana support copyright regulation very well. We could
Oh,
set the ratio between the people who contribute to an NFT,
mhm.
no matter whether NFT can be reshown on all the platform, or how many time it got resold. Community can get what they deserve automatically.
Oh, automatically. Yeah, like thank you for your answer. And we've noticed that we've received a lot of interesting questions, and it's hard to pick all of them. But as a quick reminder before we continue, like for those who share with us their most intellectual questions, our prize pool is 200 USDT spread across five winner. So be sure to ask away if your question are not be chosen for today's AMAs. Our team will make sure to answer all of your question in our community channel. So let's continue for the third questions. Um, the third one we have here is what are the most common problems or bugs you've been experienced in building the mini games or casual games, for example?
Oh, bug is not always a logic bug, but
Mm,
maybe business bug. For example,
mm,
the imbalance between class or booster in game makes the game not enjoyable.
oh,
Because people play game to enjoy it, not to get
mm,
angry. So play to earn just size benefits. So I think most of people play game to enjoy. So
right.
we have to make the balance between class and booster. So maybe sometimes we have to trade off between them. So
Mhm.
I think the most common problem bug maybe the business bug, not logic bug.
I see. Because I've been noticed that a lot of games that maybe they made to make people angry, people want to smash this like Flappy Bird or whatever. Thanks for your answer. Here is our fourth question: Is what are your team management styles? How does your tech or development team function in roles?
Our development team are arranged in functionals and self management team. It means a team can solve a problem from end to end.
Mm,
There are three main roles: BA, testers, and developer. It's
yeah.
like separation of power system. Where other people can monitor and interact with other people in a meaningful way to raise everyone's standard.
Yep.
And I always encourage my college to be multifunctional people. For example, one day an intern in my team asked me he desired to be a full stack developer, so I sent him to the blockchain team, and then
Oh.
next month, a month after it, he joined the 3D team, and now he's
Mhm.
work at head of the internal support team. So
Excellent.
yes, he
Yeah,
can work
that's so
at
great.
every stack to fulfill
Mm-hmm.
his need.
Mm-hmm. Right. Thanks for your answer. So it means, in fact, your team is trained in a way to be able to handle difficulties all around, and not just specially focus on a certain area of expertise. And that's really great. So, do you want to pick the fifth questions before we end? You want? Because I
Okay.
see a lot of interesting question and maybe you want to
Oh,
pick.
someone know about our home ready call game. So I will
Mhm.
ask these questions
Okay.
to Queen Nika. The
Uh,
Telegram is Liu K nine
oh,
six five. For
okay.
the home ready call game, what technical difficulty have you encountered?
Encounter. Okay. So,
Encountered. So we are the most difficult the technical difficult. So we have to
mhm.
develop the automation level maker for home 3D core.
Oh,
It means from your own 3D resource and talent. We are creating a process that have 3D content creator can
mm-hmm.
make game as easy as ABC. So
Mm.
we had an ambition to get people get involved in making game, even when they don't know anything about coding. Maybe you or your friend, someone who has talent in 3D modeling, you could make game with us too. So
Oh,
so this is very difficult and challenges think in
yeah.
terms of technology. So you must stay updated about home ready call supply
Oh.
around the corner.
Mm. My myself have read some article about their home radio core technology, but all of this is overview. So I'm really indeed looking forward to read more and to see more about home radio core in the near future. And thanks for your answer. Um, Again, I want to thank you very much for all of that insightful information. And there has been a lot of questions asked, but as always, we cannot answer all of them today. So I hope everyone has taken something in from this AMA sessions, and maybe we have increased our your interest in Metacity's tech and development processes. For those who still have questions unanswered, our team will be sure to get back to you and hopefully have a clear enough response. Do you want to say
Uh,
anything?
yes. Well, I just want to say thank you again for joining the AMA. So thank you for allow me to be this week guest speaker. It was very welcome to see a lot of questions and being asked. And as usual, I try my best to answer them. Thank you again and hope see you all soon.
Okay, thank you for your time and later thank you for your time and later have some insights behind the technology of Metricity. I'm sure that we have learned quite a lot of interesting things about Metricity and its future plans. And in the near future is about the home radio core, of course. Thank you for everyone has participated in today's AMAs and that have asked questions to our speaker. Metacity will host another AMA soon and have planned for many other new exciting activities. So make sure to keep updated through our channels for the future events. And don't forget to join our token slot and its raindrop mini events because it's still running. Sure. So okay, thank you everyone. I'm looking forward to see you in the next AMAs.
Thank
Bye.
you.
Bye,
Bye.
Harry. Bye.